Negotiations on Ukraine's accession to the EU started on June 25th at the first intergovernmental conference in Luxembourg. The process started with a block of legislation on public procurement.
You opened your registers before the European Union. You have also adopted modern anti-corruption laws. You have a good public procurement system, ProZorro. Nevertheless, there is still a lot of work to be done in all these areas. There is a lot to improve, and this is a very big issue on the implementation of European legislation. Algirdas Semeta, former European Commissioner for Economy at the Baltic Connections Conference.
In the future, Kyiv should provide Brussels with roadmaps for bringing Ukrainian legislation in line with European norms in the area of governance and the rule of law. In the meantime, the bilateral screening process continues and will last at least until the end of 2024.
Negotiations are going on. We have started with the screening phase. We will do it very carefully, without skipping any stage, so that we are trusted. We have to do it like in a textbook, without skipping a step. But at the same time, I promise that we will do it fast. We will ask the European Commission and the member states to move at least half the speed that Ukraine is showing. I think we deserve it.
Kyiv will be ready to make its first strategic decisions as early as in 2025, the Deputy Prime Minister of European and Euro-Atlantic integration of Ukraine, Olga Stefanishyna, has said. After that, the issue of Ukraine's European integration will largely depend on the political will of Brussels.
There have already been statements by the President of the European Council that by 2030 all 8 countries will join the European Union. For Ukraine, this path will be definitely shorter, because Ukraine has been part of the free trade zone for 10 years. We are already integrated into almost all markets of the European Union, and all depends on how quickly we will be able to integrate into our legal system the rules that allow us to be in the market.
Meanwhile, the high-level advisory group on Ukraine's accession to the EU has arrived in Kyiv. The 11 former European commissioners, ministers and ambassadors from Iceland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Finland, Norway, Sweden and Denmark will help Ukraine integrate into the European family. Sweden funded the initiative in April 2024.
I think that given the start of accession negotiations and receiving official candidate status is not only a signal to those people who are bravely fighting in the trenches, it is also a signal to Moscow that you are with us. Ukraine has made its choice and is already a member of the European family. You are not newcomers. You have been cooperating with European institutions for a long time. You know how to find your way among the bureaucracy. You have signed association and visa-free agreements, and I'm proud to have been part of this process. Cecilia Malmström, European Commissioner for Trade 2014-2018 at the Baltic Connections Conference.
On the way to the EU, Ukraine should successfully pass the screening on 33 points divided into 6 clusters. The country's legislation should be in line with the European on issues including social policy, agriculture, foreign relations, financial control and the rule of law. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Larisa Petruk, Viktor Golovko, UATV News.